Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blackout Tips Podcast. I'm your host, Rod, joined as always by my co-host,
Karen.
And we're live on a Monday, ready to do some podcasting, quick down and dirty podcasting. Find us everywhere you get podcasts. Search us, okay? You can find us, it's all the podcast places. Mm-hmm. Search us out. Leave us 5-star reviews if you listen to us on Apple. The official weapon of the show is...
phone chair.
And the unofficial sport,
bullet ball.
Right. And bullet ball extreme. Any banter stuff?
Yes.
All right, we got some banter coming up after this break. I feel like Erykah Badu gonna sing over this.
Yes. That's Jill Scott.
No, I said Erykah Badu for a reason. I meant just Erykah Badu. Well, all right, Karen. All right.
It does sound like her jam. She can make a whole album off of that beat.
All right. All right, Karen, what's your banter?
First of all, I'm off work this week, and I love being off work and not really having nothing planned. Don't plan on really going nowhere. Don't plan on really doing nothing, but I'm content with that. Sometimes, because when people take vacations, they off work, everybody assumes that you have to plan something big or do something great and grand, which is fine. I've done that too sometimes on my days off, but what I realize a lot of times, when you come back, you're tired, and then you blink and it's time to go back to work, so your body never really got a chance to rest.
Yeah, and I guess you didn't really feel like planning something because you just kind of were like, I'm taking off next week. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, no pressure. It's sit around the house, do whatever you want to do. Mm-hmm. You know, it's all good to me.
Yeah, and like I said, I was like, well, nothing really is coming up. Nothing I really need to hold my time for. You know, because we don't have, when you have children and things like that, like you have to hold the time because you don't ever really know. But I don't really have a reason to hold these times. And so I was like, I might as well just take the time off. And I got to do some shit I like to do, and I am the type of person, I like to motherfucking sleep. I like to rest. And so I got up, I didn't really do anything. I cooked breakfast, I laid down, I watched anime. You know, I did some of the things that I'm normally working during the course of the day. And I like to do these things, but a lot of times I don't really get to do these things until after I'm off work, or either a lot of times I'll spend extended periods of time on the weekend because, you know, that's kind of when I'm the freest. But it felt good to sit down, you know, and, you know, watch anime. And I was laying there and I was like, you know what? I feel like going to sleep and waking up whenever I feel like it. If it's a 3-hour nap, a 2-hour nap, if I wake up tomorrow, it would have been all right. We just wouldn't have no show, but it'd have been all right, you know. And so it's really good because a lot of times most people don't function at 100%. Most adults don't. And so you're constantly going, you're constantly doing something. Somebody's constantly requiring something of you in your time. And so it feels good to do nothing. And, you know, I have friends whenever they take vacation time, particularly if they got small children, they take their kids to daycare and everything. They don't know, bitch, I'm off work. So I want to, you going to daycare because I'm paying for it because they ain't going to drop the rates because your black ass didn't show up. So you going to the daycare and I'm going to sleep, rest, go see my friends. I haven't decided what day, but one day this week, your mama said she wanted to go out to lunch. So I'm going to go out to lunch with her one day this week. You know, do things like that, which you really don't get a chance to do because, like I said, I realize your time is precious, particularly as you get older. Your time is precious and there's always something, someone, or something that's requiring of your time. And if you ever get a time where you can do what you choose to do, for some people it drives them nuts because they don't really know what to do with their free time. But I'm like, no, bitch, I can find time to fill up my free time. I don't care if I don't care if I sleep, I don't care if I rest, play video games, go to the movies, whatever the things, museums, go around the city, whatever things that you enjoy doing. Sometimes spend time with your mate, you know, like if your mate works, you can be like, you know what, I'm gonna go to lunch with you this week because we normally don't get to go to lunch because we have 2 separate jobs. I got the time. When it's your lunch break, I'll be there. Or either you're like, I'll pack the lunch, you got 30 minutes, shit, I'll sit there and we can talk for 30 minutes, you know, shit like that you normally don't get the time to do because, like I said, your time is always required. Your job, your family, your friends, your loved ones. Most people never have time where they can do the things that they personally enjoy. Go to the movies, in the middle of the day, things like that. Because I thought about it. I was like, well, since I got time off, I was like, I'll see what's popping around Charlotte. I was like, I know you might see, we went to that museum thing last time.
Right.
Like, I don't know what's happening in the city. Like, we might just find something to do, or we might, find things to do where they were like, we only do this between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Bitch, I'm at work. Now I might get a chance to go to some of that shit. So I'm going to enjoy my time and rest and stuff like that. So I'm really going to do nothing this week, and I'm loving every second of it, just to be able to do the things, that I want to do. So, if my sleep pattern get fucked up, that's okay if I'm up till 4 o'clock in the morning, because what I'm going to do tomorrow? Nothing. So I'm really, enjoying, the time off.
Yeah, that's cool. And I think, a lot of times it's the not having pressure. Like, that's one of the things even when I take a vacation, a lot of times I don't make a lot of plans on the vacations when I am going to a place or doing a thing. 'Cause it's just like, I'll be like, I want to do one thing a day, and I don't want to feel like I need an itinerary and I got to go through 12 fucking steps to do this, that, and the other. I just want to be like, oh, okay. So I feel you on that, and that's my style. Anything else for your banter?
Yeah, did you have anything? I didn't know. So
only thing I have is I need to renew my license. So they sent a thing where you can renew online, but I can't renew it online. Maybe I did it last time, I don't know. It's a little confusing because you can't renew online 2 times in a row, so I'm guessing I renewed online last time. I don't know. They also have a thing where they're past these real ID things. I could go get a real ID. I don't really need a real ID. I have a passport. I should be able to get on a plane and go wherever the fuck I want to domestically.
Right.
But then there's like different identification, and I just find the DMV to still be a bit confusing. But one thing I did notice and like was you can actually you don't have to wait inside the DMV anymore.
Oh, you don't?
You can go to the DMV in North Carolina anyway, and there's a QR code you can scan on the outside, and it just lets you know, like, it's about this long of a wait time, this many people are in front of you. It texts you, and you can like do that, and not because and then you can go online and they'll tell you like the current wait times.
Oh, they got kiosks? Can I walk up to a kiosk? Cause that don't work. Then
Karen, all I know is when I tried to renew my license online, it told me I could not do it in person. I had to do it in person, and I couldn't go to a kiosk, and I couldn't do. I have to go to the DMV. Mm-hmm. You cannot do online 2 times in a row. I am guessing I must have done it online last time. That's all I know. Those are all the facts I have.
No problem.
So, but yeah, I was there. And I'm only saying that because I know you're gonna ask a lot of questions. I don't have the answers.
Oh, no problem.
I'm confused too. I'm gonna have to show up to find out the answers.
Right, because I'm like, well, what the fuck you got a kiosk for?
But it makes I think it makes sense because like you can renew your shit up to like 18 years at this point. So like people look different. They probably want a current picture of you at some point.
Okay, so they do.
Like we got one picture for you for the last fucking 30, 40, 50 years because you just renewed online.
I see
I'm sure there's stuff. They also want to test your vision because you still get to take certain tests.
I'm with you.
And you just want a population of people that actually can pass the test. It's just a bit inconvenient. They said you can even schedule an appointment online, but none of the ones by us I have appointments available for the next 3 months or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of times you have to go to like the smaller ass counties, like
exactly
further out.
And I looked into those, but I had to. It's like by the time I drive an hour and a half, 2 hours to go to some place that don't got a line, I might as well have just fucking stayed here and just did it on. The other thing they do too is they take appointments in the morning, but the afternoon is walk-ins. And that's when you can tell how the size of the line and how many people are in line and how long is the wait.
Oh, so they'll let you know.
So, yeah, I think I'm going to just have to take a day or afternoon and spend it up there sitting in my car or get that little notification and, spend an hour doing something and then just come in and take the test and give them the money. Okay. But, yeah, it's just that's the only thing.
Yeah, I could see them make you probably come in every other time or something.
That's what they're doing,
okay.
Yeah. Cause like you extend your license for a long period of time now,
right?
So they're just.
It's not like every 4 years. How was it 4 years?
Yeah, I just can't even imagine them. I mean, if you could always only do it online, then everyone would pick that. But also, like, that seems irresponsible. Cause
Yeah,
like,
yeah, like you said, you want people cut their hair, they grow their hair, like, you know.
I mean, you look different, but also like stuff like your eyes.
Yeah,
like
they ain't
last
the
time you
same.
had a license, you didn't wear glasses. You gonna have to wear your glasses to take the test next time, because when you look on that screen and you're not gonna, and it's blurry, you can't get the sign right.
That's true.
So like you're gonna have to put your glasses on, and that's gonna be a thing that goes on your licenses. You need to wear corrective lenses to drive.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, you need to have some checks and balances, and
that's
the
true.
only way you're gonna get them is this. So I saw there was only a 35-minute at one location, so I drove over there today in West Charlotte, and by the time I got there, it was back to like an hour and a half wait, and I was like, I don't want to push it. I got things to do this afternoon.
Right.
So I just went ahead and came home. You can cancel your little place in line on your phone.
Okay.
And I said I'll just try again another day. I have a long time until I have to renew it. I think I got 4 months, so I'll just.
So that let you know in enough time where you like.
Yeah, they sent me a little thing saying you can renew up to 6 months early and all this stuff. So,
Right.
But yeah, that was it for that.
My last thing is I ordered some resistance bands. You know you old when you get excited about is resistance bands. You know, you get a kid a resistance band. I'm like, the fuck I'm gonna do with resistance bands? But I'm looking forward to using my resistance bands because I've been going to the chiropractor, and he was saying that these are things that can like strengthen my hips and strengthen, you know, my chest and strengthen my, you know, my back. And he was saying because he's working on things, but these help strengthen the things around them. So you were saying that you've used them before, so I know you can help me, you know, with the exercises and stuff with them. And so they have, I said weights, but come to find out it's resistance. Well, it was like 2, 4, 6. I was like, ain't these weights? He was like, no, they're resistance. So they got really, really light to like super strong. So I'm looking forward to, you know, doing that. And I seen where you can do it with yoga and stuff like that. So when I start doing yoga, I can start using some of those to help with my flexibility and stuff. So I got some resistance bands, and I'm really excited to put them things to work.
Yeah, I just saw I got some weightlifting gloves on the way. Or as Randolph and the other toxic masculinity men at the gym call them, bitch gloves.
Child, I said whatever, I just be a bitch because I got some too.
Yeah, well, they're clearly not talking about women. But yeah, I went ahead and got the gloves because I'm starting to lift heavier weights, and I could see calluses coming in, and they kind of pinch. They don't hurt a lot or anything. It's just more like I don't want to have rough ass callous hands. I went to college for a reason. I don't know how to work on a car. You know, it's like, hey, I'm soft life. You know, I'm trying to live soft life over here. So I don't need all this extra machismo and whatnot. And honestly, if it's about not being a bitch, I already am the bitch. I clean, I cook, like I do all the shit around here. I do all the fucking planning. I remember the anniversaries. Like, okay, I guess I'll be a bitch, everybody. Oh no, the last thing. Oh, not me being a bitch. You know, we can't call Shannon Sharp gay, but I get to be a bitch because I don't want my hands to hurt. Come on, guys, just ease up. Toxic masculinity is so weird. And lastly, I saw right before we went on the air, Amber Rose is endorsing Trump.
What?
Yeah, there's a picture of her with Trump and his wife, and she captioned it Trump 2024 with 3 American flag emojis.
This is why you child, she ain't nobody's a politician. Nobody put her in office. Now when I say that, I mean that about everybody.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit surprised, I'm not gonna lie, but once again, it's like all the people that are influencer attention economy people, this is what they do.
Yes.
You know, you can't trust any of these people to have any standards. Like, this is the same person. I remember I Googled it just to be sure that I wasn't making it up. In 2020, she did the America, she wants to see Donald Trump held accountable for his locker room banter about grabbing pussies, because she was doing the slut march thing. You know, that was her thing, was, you know, sexual. She was an advocate for the slut walk and sexual freedom and all this stuff, which is the slut walk is often about sexual exploitation and abuse. And the fact that she would sell out to a man like this, it's not like, it's a little bit jarring in that 4 years ago you were like, hell no, and now you're cozied up to him, whether it's for the check or not.
Yeah, a lot of times it's going with the wave. That's the same thing that Sexy Red did and shit like this. Is like, whatever the quote unquote wave is, that's what I'm going to do, because it's attention. No, good, bad, or indifferent. Any attention is better than no attention.
Yeah, this is from the interview back then. Seriously, imagine this. Donald Trump comes up and touches me inappropriately, right? I'm a regular ass girl. Do I call 911? Do I get on Twitter and tweet about it? How should I go about letting people know that what this guy did to me? And who's actually going to believe me, says Rose, depicting the bleak reality of both lack of resources for survivors of sexual assault and society's propensity for victim blaming. You just try to get over it, and it happens to so many women. She believes incidences should be taken seriously, and these men, Donald Trump included, should face consequences. And, okay. Or I cozy up and take pictures for him, and I want him to be fucking president.
All right.
You know? Like, it's just... shit is just a game to some of these motherfuckers.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, I just saw that randomly and just decided to talk about it. All right, we can get into some other news. There's plenty of news to talk about. Let me play another beat.
You are not worthy.
I think that's called Worthy by DJ Jaffa, I believe. All right, Charlemagne the God is giving Diddy the donkey of the day. He says he's not sorry. He's sorry that the video leaked, he said. Once again, Charlemagne, guy who was accused of sexual assault, guy who made jokes about drugging women, guy who said he had sex with his wife when she was passed, that kind of shit. So I guess donkey of the day is kind of an interesting thing, because it's like it's a thing that is comical. So is it really a serious conversation that's calling this man to the carpet? Or is it like, hee haw, donkey of the day, ha ha ha, Diddy?
And then we move on.
Yeah, and I think also because there's a video and because Cassie is famous, we're going through something that we've seen before where everyone admonishes Diddy now. I do wonder what we look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Is it, well, he apologized. What the fuck are we still mad for?
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like that's what happened with Chris Brown. Like, not everybody, but a lot more people are on some like, why can't we just move on? You know, in the moment they were talking like this, though. It was donkey of the day.
They were.
You know, he ain't sorry. He should, you know, that kind of shit. But he also said Diddy should refocus on rebuilding his personal life and repairing the damage caused to his family, and suggested that Diddy's constant reinvention through his name changes other tactics distracts from the real work needed. So the other thing I'd say too is I find the religious shit around the Diddy stuff to be extremely distasteful and convenient. All the, we just gonna be praying, we got to pray for this brother, I don't want to hear it. And I know I'm not a religious person, maybe that's where this is coming at for me, but I just feel like this forgiveness shit is extremely arbitrary. And when we like the person, here we come with the Bibles, and the Bibles feel a lot like, yeah, nothing to see here.
Yeah, when we don't,
yeah. When we don't like them, is, you know, unforgivable for the rest of their life, no matter what they do.
Right, it's not consistent.
When it's somebody we like, we value within the culture, all of a sudden we'll come to Jesus shit. But to me, this ain't a Jesus thing. This a criminal thing. This a like accountability and justice thing. I don't know what this even got to do with church or God or praying.
It don't excuse you from accountability. You did it, so you know. When things happen like this, there has to be some form of accountability.
And they don't be talking about religion no other times like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't like I looked up and it was like the whinings under his page. I'm like, well, shit, of course the whining's gonna bring up. It's like motherfuckers that, you know, was in the club and doing crazy shit with them, and now all of a sudden it's Jesus. Like, what that mean? I don't know. Maybe it's just something in me, but I don't like that shit. It feels weird. Kelly Price has responded to backlash after sending prayers to Diddy. Social media has reacted to it. You know, it is my sincere prayer that the power of the Holy Ghost overtake you, so that you not only have a change of heart, but a change of mind and a change of direction. I have seen you at your best and at your worst. I know what you are capable of being when you were at your best and the seductions of this industry. I want to see you, and I want to see you to create. This is this business, but I need you to pray, and I need you to receive from the Most High. I need for those prayers to take place sincerely. You are a unique talent, and both sides that represent light and darkness receive you anxiously. Do you know who God is? Lean not until your own understanding, but all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path.
What?
It's gibberish.
Right.
It means fucking nothing to me. It's just like a weird way of being like, it's not you, it's the devil or something, and you ain't, you know, like, you a good man, you just made you know, we all struggle with the light and the dark. It's like, I don't know, we don't all struggle like this. She did get the criticism and replied to it.
Right. You didn't acknowledge the victim, anything. What are we talking about here, child?
I think when she did the, well, I'm praying for everybody type of thing in some of it, but yeah. Oh, 12 minutes, ma'am.
Child, no.
Ma'am.
No.
I'm here to say this. I do realize that when you put something out, you leave it up to the person who hears it or sees it. It's really up to how they choose to comprehend it.
I'm a little worried about her driving and talking to this camera because she's not looking at the road. Maybe she's in the back of the car.
I'm assuming so.
I came here to
I don't assume she's
this.
driving.
I do realize that when you put something out to be lots of error, because we are all made of flesh, all born in sin, all shaped in iniquity, and we all have the capacity, if we allow ourselves, to go to a dark enough place to do some very horrible things. For those of you who got it, you don't need an explanation.
All right, yeah, I'm good. You're right. I get it, and I don't want an explanation. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just feels weird, the outpouring of sympathy and empathy for somebody after you see a video like that. I don't know him, so maybe it's easy that way. Maybe I would understand if he was my friend.
Yeah, and they've worked with him and stuff like that.
I know, but I don't know if I can't even say I'd feel that. Like, if I saw a video of Justin beating Turk like that, I can't imagine me going on his page. I'm praying and Jesus and God. I'd just be like, bro, what the fuck? I might privately be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, I can't, you know, I'm praying for you, brother, just, you know, to get through this. Like, get through what? Nigga, you did that. You getting through what you did. Anyway, he was reportedly prohibited from mentioning Cassie's name in public, so maybe that's why he didn't apologize by saying her directly to her. But you would think he could just apologize to her without saying her name. The apology seemed more to the public than her.
Yes, it did.
So I don't know, is he not even allowed to say sorry to the victim in any way, or like, it just feels I don't know, weird. But those are the Diddy updates, everybody. Let's get to some more updates about other stuff.
Okay.
That Maryland teacher, you know, the one that got his hair unbraided,
With the children.
he said some more stuff.
Okay. All right. If I'm the school system, I'm like, you know what? Quit fucking talking. Didn't we have a conversation about this? You either need to shut the fuck up or you're fired. Like, are they gonna have to actually say that? Quit going on social media.
Can you shut the fuck up for the rest of your life? You a dumbass bitch that tries too hard.
Right, because that's how we got here in the first place. Shut
Don't
up.
you shut the fuck up. Nobody here wants to listen to your misguided bullshit.
So his new thing is, all right, you know what? Let me start from the beginning because the quote is too good to just tell y'all in the title. All right. So a video was uploaded to the Shade Room, the bastion of journalistic integrity. And he compared the situation to other educators implementing non-conventional behavior in the classrooms. He attributed the backlash to his looks. He said, the first post highlighted, oh wait, I think I might be able to show y'all this. Let me see. Actually, I hate to get a Shade Room a click. God damn it, but I guess I got to. All right, I'll show y'all this. Here we go. So the Shade Room says, does he have a point? Teacher who went viral after posting video of students taking out his hair weighs in on another video.
Before someone says it, everything that y'all tried to dig up about me was cap. I addressed every single thing that y'all tried to dig up about me to try to fit this narrative that I'm a monster. None of it held weight, and I addressed every single one of it. I've been transparent this entire time.
So the video of him and the 16-year-old girl where he was acting emo, what could possibly be the explanation? But I just want to say, already starting off, this is my fucking point the whole time. He's worried about the comment section. He's worried about social media influencing. He's worried about winning some battle with these people online.
Go win them off the clock.
None of this is about these kids or that classroom or being a great teacher.
Right.
Because honest to God, if he wanted to be a great teacher to those kids, the smartest thing he could have done was stop going online. The second this shit's popped off and they put him in the office, he could have said, you know what? It's more important to not have all this controversy surrounding me and these kids in this class. And and while it sucks to have people, go after my integrity like this, those people will never stop. So let me just get to the business of being the quote unquote cool teacher that I say I am.
Right. And this goes back to what I said before. It makes me question your judgments, decision skills.
The whole time.
I've said that. I was like, anybody that was smart and did any form of critical thinking will understand and realize the repercussions to this. You're old enough and you've been on social media long enough to understand this.
Cancer culture can be cruel.
So back to this.
Never texting my students. People saw a video of me reading messages from my phone and automatically assumed that I was texting my students. They were emails, and I was reading my work email from my personal device. Next. Oh, he was shooting a shot. He shot a shot at a high school girl. Since when does joining a viral trend along with millions of other TikTok users equate to shooting your shot at someone? Since when?
That's the video. But that's the thing, bro. That's the bad decision making. That's the too online. Why are you trying to hop on a trend? So you can go viral off of the viral trend, right? Like, oh, I also did it. You're in a position of responsibility. You don't get to slip up like that. You have to be extra cautious with the job you have and the people you have in your care. Cause that's not that to me, if I'm in the office and I'm the fucking principal or whoever's talking, that's not good enough excuses. Hey man, it was a viral trend. So I mean, fuck, what was I supposed to do? Not hop on it? Yes.
Right. I don't give a fuck about the viral trend. And on top of that, my thing is this, I don't care if it was a text. I don't care if they hit you up in the group chat. Do they .edu? You're reading something that a student sent you.
Right.
What is wrong with you?
Privately sent you.
Yes. You're reading something that a student sent you.
While crying to flex to us. I also appreciate he's done with the tears, so we can stop with that. Now I feel like that crying was fake as fuck.
Yes.
The tears is over. Now he's got an attitude with us. Like, oh, y'all motherfuckers is all.
When does stitching someone's video and joining a trend equate to shooting your shot at someone? Next. Lastly, I don't know how the internet found out I was fired before I did. How does that work? That's exactly why we can't just see things on the internet and just take it and run with it. When you assume you make it.
But isn't that what jumping on a viral trend is? Seeing something on the internet, taking it and run with it? Because I would assume and hope that if you found out that was a 16-year-old girl, you go, I would not hop on this trend in hindsight if I knew a little bit more. But you didn't know. So you did what you're accusing everybody else of doing, running and jumping on a trend without knowing enough. And now I don't know if he's saying he was fired or confirming that now, or if he's saying y'all thought I was fired but I'm not because y'all just be listening to anything on the internet.
Yes, and you jumped on a trend because you know that the battle of the sexes is real. So you recorded it and then you took it and you uploaded.
Talking about the hair thing.
Yeah, the hair thing. You knew that this would start a gender war. Like so you're literally jumping on a trend, putting it out there because if you didn't,
and then getting mad at everybody for assuming, but you put out a video knowing it would make everyone. You knew these. This is what I said from the jump. You knew the environment of social media.
Yes.
So I can't just go, social media did you wrong. I have to go, but you knew. And you knew part of what makes things go viral like that is people getting it wrong and assuming the worst. You didn't give a fuck. Kids' faces all in the video. You thought it would be a good conversation. Now you're, wow, you really guys, y'all did. Yes, it's the whole internet now.
Right, and also this rebuttal and all these things, all not trying to funny, this shows me that your whole intent was clout. It was never about the students. It was never about education. It wasn't about any of that. This whole thing was for clout about you and making your platform bigger. And you used the children as a catalyst or as fuel to make it quote unquote bigger. And the thing is, you didn't expect this backlash from it, or you knew that people were going to talk about it, but you assumed that you were so right that you would quote unquote not be on the wrong side. You assumed that your job was safe, because if any period of time, if you would have thought your job was not safe, you wouldn't have done this in the first place. So that goes to show me you didn't have the foresight to see that this might interrupt my job. And if I'm somebody at the university, at the school, and I get sent this, you're coming in one more time, and I'm like, you're fired. Stay your ass offline.
Inside of yourself. It brings me back to the question, why do we not have this same energy with this teacher here?
Because
my video.
Because my thing is this. We gave you a chance. We bought you in. It was like, hey, dog, take it down. Okay, nobody did anything. So we're covering ourselves. If anything comes up from you, now the school is held accountable because you keep fucking talking.
Yeah, it's making it worse for the school because the school now looks like it approves of this, where before the school could have been like, we weren't aware. We talked to him. Right. We asked him to kind of stop that.
But once we're aware.
Now, look, maybe he's lost his job already.
That's true
too. He's the one saying, y'all knew I lost my job before I did. How's that possible? I don't know if he lost his job or not. In the other videos, he's saying he's not, whatever. But here's the other video he's showing of other schools. Or other
y'all got a nice, in-depth, eloquently put explanation as to why I was getting my hair undone. I'm just going to go ahead and say, I firmly believe that I was attacked. And let me add this in here, mainly attacked by my own community. I was attacked by my own community for the most part. But anyway, I firmly believe that I was attacked because I'm a young, handsome black man.
Boom! That's what me and Roger said from the beginning. It's black man over everything. Y'all that rode up in here act like me and Roger was crazy when we was like, hey, y'all. Some of y'all are only supporting him and y'all are only this adamant because he's a black man. Anybody else, y'all have been up in arms. Y'all have been like, why? It'd have been a problem if it had been a white woman, but black girls doing her hair. You'd have brought up slavery and everything else, and y'all have said it was wrong. I know what we're talking about because it sounded weird from the beginning.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too that he went to the young, handsome black man thing from my own community, blah, blah, blah. When he cannot gaslight me into forgetting, you posted it for the content and the conversation. The community didn't make you post this.
No!
You posted other videos that in hindsight people found shady, but no one was calling you out for those videos. This is the community you wanted to impress, right? This is the community you wanted to pat you on the back and say, yeah, great, awesome job. Way to let them do your, get your hair undone so you can get to your appointment. We were supposed to look at it like you were fucking phenomenal and great. And because people had a different response, it was, oh, nah, fuck that shit. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about, community. This is not the community calling you in. This isn't maybe I should listen to the community. It's the community's wrong, I'm right. Clearly, none of you know what you're talking about. And those were the opinions you coveted when you called it a conversation that you wanted to start with that video.
And my thing is this. as somebody on the outside looking in, and even the people that wrote up to the show, some of them people, you said in your letters you would not do this, which means you know that this is wrong. We can all agree on that. Before we get into anything else, we can agree that it's wrong. In addition to that, a lot of people are only supporting him because he was a black man.
Right. It's funny because you're talking to the people that wrote in of last week. You want to smoke with them people.
People who watched this video and thought anything weird or anything suggestive saw me, was attracted to me. I got tattoos. I got an attractive energy, attractive aura. You could sense that through the video. And since you could sense that attractiveness, or since you were attracted to me, you projected your own thoughts and ideologies and traumas and experiences onto me and my children. And as
now, here's another thing. Here's another thing that's in addition to the arrogance of it. Let's say that's true. Let's say that's true. That's what happened, right? The girls, though, the little girls that are doing, they would possibly never mistake or have any emotional feelings about the attractiveness and personal space and touching them. So you violate the only people I saw defending him were people that were trying to make it into a, hey, it doesn't, you guys are projecting something onto him, romantic or sexual, that is not there.
Right.
Well, now his answer is no. You guys want to fuck me, and so y'all assume that these children want to fuck me. And I'm like, you can't have it both ways. Either it's I got attractive, handsome, beautiful energy that make people put things on me that aren't real, that project things onto me. That would not only be from adults. That would not only be from people on social media watching it. That would also be some of the kids. That would be some of the little girls touching your hair and shit. So you can't have it both ways of, well, y'all just find me attractive. But obviously everything with these girls, I'm not confusing them at all. They already know everything is fine. Boundaries are fine. Why does everything have to be romantic? You just turned your defense into it's a romantic thing.
Yeah, and these children, they're developing. They don't have full developed brains yet.
Right.
Like they're going through the process. So why wouldn't you think, why as men as an adult can make that decision, but children have the brain capacity to actually process things as an adult do. That's on top of that. And on top of that, and it's not that I want the smoke from the writers, it's just that it frustrates me. It frustrates me when we sat down and we explained ourselves very detailed and what we meant and everything we said, and then y'all write us, act like and gaslight us like we're crazy. Like that's my point. I'm not mad at y'all or upset at y'all, but it's frustrating to me.
I guess I'm just a little amused because when we did the episode, you ain't have this kind of energy for them writers. Listen, I'm not trying to fight with you. This is not a debate. But now you had the energy is turned up because he came back with everything that we were like, hey man, this is a little weird and he might have some, this doesn't really seem about the kids, it seems about content creation. And now he's confirming it, and now you like, like finally. And he said it out loud.
Right. So we don't have to pretend no more, y'all. Right. We don't have to fake the funk no more. And it's not me and Roger making up shit. This is the words that are coming from his mouth directly.
And I felt like I was giving him a lot of benefit of the doubt. Like, hey, you just talked to a guy like this. Maybe he did just misunderstand it. The stuff he's saying now, I'm like, oh man, all you care about is the comment section of your fucking blog or your TikTok. You don't give a fuck about none of this shit with the kids or the job.
That's what it had always felt like to me. So I was like, okay, I understand, people feeling like this because we don't have any context or anything coming directly from him. But now since I'm hearing this, I was like, okay, this confirms a lot of the feelings that I had because they are coming out of his mouth directly.
And for the record, none of us are saying he did anything sexual with these kids. So maybe, I'm sure some people are in his comments saying that. Yes. And that's probably why he's really mad, is that he's trying to prove something you can't disprove on the internet. Just go do your fucking job. Nobody, no parent, no child, as far as we know, has come forward and said he's done anything untoward. He himself has said he's an unprofessional teacher, which is, well, this is why you need to be professional at the job. It's not just white supremacy all the time, guys. Sometimes being professional is literally even within your own community to protect people within certain positions. You know, we have reaches of abuse, we have abuses of power, we have people pull people under their shoulders and under their arm and call them, say I'm their mentor, and we find out later it was actually a fucked up relationship with weird power dynamics. So this is why people are cautious. This is why professionalism is in place in a lot of situations. It's to protect everybody involved. It's not always just we worship money or the white man. Sometimes it's literally like, hey, there should be a boundary here, just because we've seen what happens when there's not a boundary.
Correct.
Maybe you're
Somebody
a good person.
crosses it.
We're trying to protect you too, you know?
This is a hill I'm willing to die on 1,000% of the time. What else could it be? We got Peter Pan here essentially doing the exact same thing that I did, but he's not being attacked. About all this, we had several teachers come forth and show their videos.
So I guess they must have cut the other video out of where he said other people were
Their students assisting them with their hair. No flack. I mentioned this in the video. If I was a female teacher, this would not be a problem. And y'all are proving
it'd be a problem with a different group of people. But yeah, you're right. It'd be less of a problem because gender does play a role. Patriarchy plays a role. The fact that you're unaware of that really makes me wonder how much of the big picture you miss, because it's important to know that you're teaching kids in this world. You're putting stuff out in the internet with these kids' faces on it to this world. You not understanding the ramifications of that. You not understanding the gender roles involved in that, the power dynamics involved in that. That does make me question you. I, as a man that has never done anything to anybody with all this stuff, I think about this kind of stuff all the time just because I'm aware of it. It's not about, it's not about, trying to like get away with something. It's literally like, you know what, man, I could be making this person uncomfortable, and it's a little thing. I have privilege in certain areas. It's the man versus bear shit. When I'm walking on the path and there's a woman on the other side walking and we both alone in the woods, I give her the nod, wave. She might not wave. She may wave. It don't fucking matter. I'm straightforward, minding my motherfucking business. I ain't trying to speak. I ain't trying to get in her space. I'm as far away from her on that path as possible. Mm-hmm. If I'm walking down the street and it's the late at night, we both walk in the same direction. She walking fast or she walking slow, whatever the fuck, I will let her get more distance between me because I'm just aware of the optics and how other people might feel about it, right? I don't go on Twitter and make a video like, it's really fucked up, man. I'm walking down the street and this woman starts walking extra fast and crosses the street. Bitch, I'm not gonna kill you. What? No, now I sound tone deaf. Yes, and when people see that video, they should rightfully so be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You got a call up, a call in, a call out. You could have easily been like, you know what, I hear what y'all saying, I'm not gonna do that again. I need to make better plans. I need to get my hair done on a different day. I need to schedule my appointment a couple hours later so I can take out my twist myself. Easily. All this attitude and defensiveness is not helping the case. Even for the people that made these arguments for you, at some point they gonna pick up on this and go, well, shit, this nigga he sounds arrogant, unrepentant, like he didn't even read the room.
Right. And also, as somebody who's kind of on the outside looking in, I personally would have problems with other teachers putting this out there, but that's just me. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, dog, like, it looks bad regardless. But is this a cosmetology class? No? Well, then why the fuck are they doing this?
Right, and it's definitely that. Well, some other teachers got away with it. Okay. More than likely, same people didn't see that video. More than likely, and this is the biggest more than likely, the hugest more than likely. This is the one that's the big joker on the more than likely, okay? They didn't post a video and say, y'all get to arguing about this.
Right.
Thoughts? They probably posted a cute video like, oh, look at this white man. They put stickers on his head. Like, oh, my kids thought I'd be funny to put stickers on my head. That's probably how they posted it. They didn't go, I saw everybody was arguing in my comments. So I said, let me record this and put this on my TikTok so y'all can argue about it here. That's a big ass difference.
My point. So I guess if I was a female teacher and I was palm colored, this wouldn't have been a problem.
So now it's only because he's a black man that this is a problem.
Right.
Obviously.
Right. And a lot of people picked up that torch online and it was like, hey, and you're like, right. Not falling for that trick, y'all.
Let's stir the pot again. What do y'all think? Why was I publicly attacked when many other people doing the same thing are going scot-free? Y'all mad at me for creating bonds with my students. At least they're not fighting me. At least they're not fighting the teachers. At least my students aren't smoking crack in the bathroom. Y'all mad at me for getting my hair taken out. At least I'm not on the internet seeking validation from minors.
Now he's going to the IG models that I talked about when I said I know all kinds of IG models who teach class and who will turn around in that outfit and people are always like, yeah, no one gets mad at them. First of all, people are constantly mad at them.
Yes, they are.
Constantly. And it's mostly just because this is literally because they are attractive. But I said the same thing. It's a clout seeking move. I know that you're not doing that to show me you're a great teacher. You're doing that to show me you got a great butt. That's it. Now, those people who are like, we don't mind when they do that, but we coming on him. He's now pointing out them like, well, oh, look at these bitches. I'm not like that at all. Okay.
This was a teacher that tweeted this. Miss A-Dog said, y'all think my 10th graders looking at me? My sister, first off, out-of-pocket question. What would even possess someone to come online and say something of that nature? Where's the dress code? Why are you going to school in yoga pants? Those don't even look like yoga pants. They look like long johns. Why are we going to school like that? And they look kind of see-through.
Look over here.
Yes, yeah. It's a distraction method, and truth be told, this is another reason why schools need to tighten this shit up. But like, y'all can't post these sexy pictures, and you can't post no hair pictures.
And here's my question though: do you really think nobody was saying anything about that?
Oh, they was hot.
I remember we've covered articles on here before where like a teacher wore a bodycon dress.
And they lost their motherfucking minds.
Wasn't trying to post it on social media. Wasn't talking. No one was touching her. Was teaching like a kid, like kids too young to even have sexual awareness in that type of way.
Right.
And people were mad at her. Mm-hmm. You went way beyond that. You wanted to start the conversation with this. Remember?
10th graders.
I guess there's one more.
Sister, you have the whole school looking at you. Probably the custodians as well. She's asking questions she already knows the answer to. She knows exactly what she's doing.
And you did the same thing. You asked the question you already knew the answer to.
Yeah, I'm done, bro. I can't defend this. And I know, like, someone right now is typing up a fucking 12-page letter. I'd say you should save your time. I really don't think this guy's the guy to start this conversation. It's a Facebook meme. It's the kind of thing where you can project good intentions onto all this, and eventually people like this make you start stretching it to like, now in his 12th response, what if he meant, hey man, this what the fuck he mean?
Yeah, it's out of his own mouth.
Yeah, so I don't know. I can't fuck with it, to be honest. All right, let's see, is there anything else? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to cover this is kind of big news, but Jasmine Crockett and MTG got into it. Jasmine Crockett is a representative of Texas.
Oh, that. Okay. I didn't remember names, but yes.
And Marjorie Taylor Greene is a representative of Hell and Demons. And
you use her initials. I get it now. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah. Try to keep up over there. I know it's not the teacher. I know you're upset.
My bad.
We've moved on to a different story.
My bad.
I'm sorry. We can't just keep fussing about that man and the people that wrote up here all day. People that wrote up here, look, hey, I personally, I read what y'all said. I try to understand it with the best intentions, and you know, I think you turned out wrong on this one. You gave him the benefit of the doubt. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. I feel like at this point, this ain't the guy to get a benefit of the doubt to anymore. But I appreciated y'all responses and everything, and I hope that was enough for y'all change y'all mind. If not,
I hope so too.
If not, you're probably never gonna change your mind. There's literally nothing short of like some girl coming out and saying he abused them will make you change your mind, which is fine.
Agreed. Like I said, it's just frustration. So yes.
All right. So here we go.
I'd like to know if any of the Democrats on this committee are employing Judge Merchan's daughter.
Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland.
So this is Marjorie Taylor Greene. They're in a committee where these Republicans are trying to find some way to impeach or do something to get rid of Merrick Garland, which is impossible because they would need to go through Senate, which was not going to happen.
Right.
But this is what they do instead of actually governing or passing laws. Or
they just waste time.
They just waste time on these issues that are very partisan and try to placate to their base, and this is MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is one of the most placate to the base people. She's the number one, she was dressed like a Make America Great flag at the State of the Union. She's just not a serious candidate. This is what happens when you don't vote. This is what happens when you gerrymander districts so that only the most religious, right-wing, zealot nut job can get the job, because it becomes who's the biggest bigot, who's the biggest attention whore. And people like her end up winning the contest because it's no longer a contest of people that want to go do a job in Washington. It's a contest of who wants to placate their TikToks and Twitters and shit. Mm-hmm. And so she lives in that information silo where they have their own fucking rules and laws and facts, and their facts are, everybody's rigged everything against Donald Trump, who's innocent of everything, and it's the system that should be put on trial. In this case, the judge over the hush money trial, she brings up his daughter for some reason and asks, do any of them employ his daughter? And it's such a random, out-of-pocket, nonsensical question. It caused everybody to be like, what are you talking about? So that's what we are entering this conversation
The whole
at.
purpose is to derail.
Yeah.
On this committee are employing Judge Merchan's daughter.
Now, look, what I think some people miss in this moment is that whether that is true or not is irrelevant. We know it's false. What it is a signal to the people she is the hero of.
Yes.
Like those QAnon conspiracy type folks. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you that is somewhere on some message board or some forum or some Facebook group where they're like, and his daughter is, the Democrats are paying his daughter and that's why he's on their side. Guarantee you that's something they really truly believe.
Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland.
Is she a porn star?
Oh, Goldman. That's
Somebody
right.
said that she a porn star.
Because the hush money trial is about Stormy Daniels. Oh. But what she said is so nonsensical. They're trying to figure out some way it could possibly be relevant.
Right.
Like, is she a porn? Are you trying to say we're fucking her? We're paying her for sex?
Okay, so they're trying to put it together.
Yeah, are you trying to say we're the same as Trump because we pay porn stars? What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
Okay.
He's advising who? What? Do you know what we're here for? We're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
So she says MTG insults Jasmine Crockett by saying her fake eyelashes are messing up. Jasmine Crockett is not wearing like the IG model spiderweb eyelash thing, spider leg eyelashes. It's just a racially coded insult that you can throw at a black woman, I think.
Yeah, that, and she was like, do you even know why we're here? You're off. Basically,
well, Jasmine's saying that.
Yeah, she was like, you're off topic. What does this got to do with anything? And instead of her, quote unquote, addressing the point, she threw that out to basically do more derailing, because the whole purpose of being there is to derail.
Right.
Hold on. Listen.
Order. Mr. Chairman.
That's beneath even
the order of your committee.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Now that's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, as she's saying, take the words off the record and all this stuff. I forget the difference between striking the record and taking down the record or whatever, but essentially, it's a take. You did a bad thing, and we don't want that on the record.
Right.
Feelings hurt. Her words down. Oh, girl.
Marjorie Taylor Greene then goes, your feelings hurt. You liberal snowflake people. You can't take some words. Blah blah blah. Because this is once again, this is trolling. This is what people do when they don't really have any good point, and when she's not there to govern. So now I'm just here to mock and be a distraction because I didn't come here to do a job. I don't know shit.
Right.
Girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl?
We are going to move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
And AOC got a little turnt with that baby girl. It felt like it's code switching at work, and it really means bitch. You know, baby girl. Like,
yeah. And she was like, no, we're not going to have, you're not going to do this. Like, this doesn't make sense. This is to be in decency and in order, and you're out of order.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
Sinister. Representative Vasquez is getting his fucking life. This clip is going viral of just his reaction on the left of him hearing this insult and be looking around like, am I the only one hearing this?
Talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now?
Like he was like, am I hearing? It was one of them things where something happened and you're hearing it, but you don't believe what you're hearing. So you're like, huh?
Yes. And Comer's reaction is honestly what really makes this the what now? Cause he's to me, it made the insult hit harder that he was like, yes! What's happening exactly?
Curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think.
Now, so now she want to strike. Come on now.
What happened to hurt feelings?
Right.
What happened to you can't take some words? Now Marjorie Taylor Greene wants that taken out of the record.
Right. That's why she did that. She was like, we're going to strike. Let's strike both ways then, bitch.
Because when you go low, I go to the flow. You know what I mean?
Right. You think you're just going to talk crazy and no, you're not going to have rebuttal.
This is representation. This is why we vote. This is what I like to see. I like fighters. The Democrat people are going to be the only ones doing this. Yeah.
That's
I'm trying to find clarification on what qualifies.
Chairman, motion to strike those words. I had no idea what you
just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys.
And I just want to say one more thing too before we get to this last part that I hate. I saw someone on Twitter trying to be like, see, and we don't need all this decorum and stuff. See, that's what's wrong with the Democrats. They all want to be civil and shit. We need this. Both of these people are Democrats. Jasmine Crockett and AOC are Democrats.
Yes.
They count too. You don't get to take them out when you don't like it. When you don't like something, when Democrats do something you like, you don't get well, yeah, those two. Nigga, they Democrats. They ran D on the ticket. This is representation. This is what people vote for. This is part of the party too. Not everybody is civil and all that stuff. And yes, the people at the top are going to have a little bit more civility and stuff because they have to govern more people.
Yes, they do.
But if you only beholden to the motherfuckers in your zip code, you could come back and they like that. You could be like, I'm representing. The motherfuckers in my part of Texas want to hear this.
Right.
Jasmine's trying to sell t-shirts off of this too now, with the 6 B's.
Hilarious.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
you just voted to do
that. Now I don't know who this person was that said this. Sounds like another white lady or something trying to. And this is the thing that so many black people we hate.
Yes,
because you saw me get attacked.
You didn't say shit,
and you didn't say shit.
It took AOC stepping in.
You saw me swing back. Actually, even when AOC stepped in, it didn't stop it. Didn't you? Oh, your feelings hurt. Okay. I'm the one who they talked about when I said something back. Now here y'all go trying to break up the fight. Now it's no place, it's no time for this. Where were you 3 minutes ago?
Yeah, correct her.
Why was you yelling over Marjorie Taylor Greene? Now I look crazy because I'm turned up when I get mad at you. When you should have just sat over there and ate your fucking food, you want to turn into. Now I'm angry. I'm angry out of nowhere.
You just voted to do it.
Order. I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do. So I'm trying to get clarification.
You're not recognized, Miss Crockett.
I can't hear you with your yelling. Calm down.
No,
please calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down. Because y'all talk noise and then
you're out of control.
Because if I come and talk about her, y'all gonna have a problem.
Mr. Chairman.
Right. I fucking co-sign that 100%. So yeah, I thought that was like a good moment, but I appreciate everything that it said because you see everything on display there. I don't know who the woman is that was talking to her. They zoomed out to show Lauren Boebert, but it didn't look like she was talking.
Right.
So I don't know who that woman was, but it sounded like she was probably a Republican or somebody trying to be like, guys, just calm down. We just need to calm down. And she kept saying it over her, which is never gonna leave. If you've ever been arguing with anyone yelling, saying calm down over and over to them has never worked.
No. And it's one of them things where she made it clear, but like, don't you tell me to calm down. Like,
right.
No, she attacked me. And like she said, if I have to keep talking shit about her, it's going to be a problem in here. She started it. Where was the anger when she first came at me? It was fucking crickets.
Because y'all not the only ones that can disrupt some things.
Right.
Y'all not the only ones that can show their ass. So now we understand that. And this is like I said,
you only want the chaos going one way.
This is what I always say. Like, I'd have some of that in me too. Like what Jasmine just showed. And I've always found this true. Certain motherfuckers will abandon you the second you speak up and be like, I'll return the energy. Because they just expect you to be above it all the fucking time. And I understand that, and it's expedient to be above it, which is something no one ever likes to talk about that part. It is mostly expedient to be above things because the rest of motherfuckers fold. It's not me. I find expedience to be in directness.
Yeah.
You say something to me, I say something to you. We both know where we stand. We can move the fuck on. But it's in the rest of the crowd feeling like you need to be a hero all the goddamn time. So it's like, whoa, really, Rod? I didn't think you would do. Now I gotta fucking assuage their feelings and shit, make them feel good because they neutral or because they don't like conflict.
Yes.
When I'm comfortable with the conflict, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm fine with the shit, but they're not. So now I gotta fucking be above, like, oh nah, man, I gave him a shot, but nah, she just cut the shit straight to the heart because she knew where it was going, because she's experienced it before, and she's been up in there with this motherfucker trying to insurrect the country every day for the last 3-4 years.
Right.
So yeah, she ain't need to do all this like him and hawing. Like, no, nigga, you know what it is. I got insults for you.
Right. Because the thing, like, this ain't gonna go only one way, and that right there is a prime example. Like, oh, if you come at me again, and it's one of the things where she shot across the bow. Like, you can talk to the rest of them like this, but I am not the one for you to fuck with. Try it again, bitch.
Yeah, I love that she had the insult on deck too. She been wanting to say that one for a minute.
She has.
She definitely been calling her that behind her back too. Like, she
know it.
She like, this bleach bomb, like she been saying that 1,000 because she didn't miss a syllable. She ain't fuck up not one word. She ain't getting nothing out of order. Shit, she could have added more. I'm betting private she got bitch in there somewhere.
No, she does.
Like she got some more bees up in there somewhere. But all right, let's move into another segment.
Let me see what you want to be. You better move your body. You better move your feet. And I want to groove. Show me what's cool. Riding, caring, baby. LGBTQ news.
Try to take us down when we still around. Try to steal the shine, but we on the rise. But you can't do what you got to do. Black guy who tips.
LGBTQ news.
Woo, woo. All right, let's talk about it. The U.S. State Department has issued. I always feel like that song is the hypest it's gonna get. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but we need to talk about this shit. It's important, and people don't be talking about it. U.S. State Department issues travel advisory for International Pride Month celebrations. That's right. If you're traveling internationally for Pride festivities next month, take safety precautions.
Be aware. Know where you're traveling to.
They want people to exercise increased caution due to potential threats. The Department of State is aware of increased potential for foreign terrorist organization-inspired violence against LGBTQI+ persons and events. A spokesperson for the department did not reveal if the advisory is based on a specific event or threat, but emphasized the U.S. Department of State has no higher priority than the safety and security of U.S. citizens overseas. We take seriously our commitment to provide U.S. citizens with clear, timely, and reliable information about every country in the world so they can make informed travel decisions. I will say this, the last couple of times that we have heard them issue these warnings and they were ignored, events did happen and people were hurt. You know, I don't remember if October 7th was one, but I definitely know there was one that we covered not too long after that where it was like, oh, Russia, right? It was Russia had a terrorist attack and America was like, yeah, we got get all the Americans out of there. We got information that's going to be attacked.
Don't be having these big events. They was like, they're going to specifically target concert halls and shit like that.
Right. Russia was like, fuck y'all don't know what you're talking about. And then they blamed America. It was like, y'all did it, because that's what they do. But the point being, like, you know, definitely want to be aware, definitely want to take precautions if you can. Let's see. New Hampshire Republicans passed 3 anti-trans bills in one day. Hardest they ever worked. Oh, we need some child care, some health care. No.
But you gonna tell me to calm down by calling her a bleached body bitch? Get out my face.
The state legislature of New Hampshire. I like that she never said bitch, but we all thought it.
I'm sorry. Yes, she never said that, y'all. My bad.
We all threw it. We all were like bitch too, right? The state legislature of New Hampshire passed 3 different bills attacking transgender equality this past Thursday. So they all passed along party lines, meaning if you voted for a Republican, that's who the fuck did it. If you voted for a Democrat, they voted against it, and they didn't have the numbers. And this is why I don't really want to hear the local versus national shit, because let's be frank, federal laws typically supersede state laws with certain things. It's one of the reasons that gay marriage is a law of the land. And because states before were like, you can get it here, but you can't get it here. You can get it here, but you can't get it here. And then we had a federal law to come in and say, yeah, you can get married anywhere in America if you're gay. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Like, stop. You can't just supersede this with your state. So when you hear a Cardi B tell you, I'm not voting for president, but I will vote for my local elections, this is why what she said is essentially useless. Because what she's really saying is, fuck these trans people in New Hampshire, because the federal laws that would protect their rights are not going to happen if Donald Trump's in place. Right? Because Biden's not perfect enough or good enough. Fuck these trans people. Now, she don't see it that way, and I'm sure she wouldn't explain it that way. But that's what the fuck the reality is. And that's why I can't abdicate myself from voting in any way. Because I'd rather do less harm than more harm. It is what it is. Do I wish I had a scenario that made me feel like there would be zero harm all the time?
Yes,
sure. And I love to eat a
realistic.
fucking ice cream sundae every day and not gain a pound. But it's just, those things aren't going to happen when you live in a country that's essentially a heist and a fucking empire. So the little bit of way that we get to slow the ship, to steer it, is in our votes. So we should use that. That is a thing that does matter. That's why they're trying to take it from you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so with these rules, all girls will be required to submit a birth certificate or other evidence of their sex assigned at birth, which could include genital inspections. The bill also allowed, now here's the thing that straight people that are for this shit never think about with their kid. What happens when they genital inspect your cishet daughter? Right. Because I know you don't care if it's a trans kid. You don't give a fuck about their rights. But the second that someone needs to see your cishet daughter's vagina, you're going to be very upset. But hey, this is the bill. This is what we voted for. This is what y'all support. This is what I ran on, right? This is the platform y'all said was okay. The bill also allows parents to sue the school, the opposing school, and the state board that governs school sports, and the state if they believe a transgender student was allowed to play sports. Yep.
And also, what kills me is, me and Roger tell you this every time. You niggas don't vote in local elections. Well, I don't know why people line out voting in local elections. No, you don't. We see the numbers. Most
Turnout is even lower.
Time the numbers are like the
Yeah.
lowest when it's like local shit, school boards, when sometimes even mayor, sheriff, y'all, numbers be like, it's the lowest count ever. Yes, because you don't show up. So don't lie to me. If you're not voting for federal, you're not voting for any of them. Don't lie to me.
HB 1312 requires schools to provide 2 weeks notice to parents before discussing sexual orientation and gender identity, labeling such discussions as objectionable material. Democrats said the bill is so broad that it could even ban books depicting heterosexual couples.
Right. They don't want to talk about sex.
Yeah. I'm sure they don't even have a problem with that. The Republicans are like, yeah, that's cool too. Conservatives are freaking out because they learned that some animals are gay. Dun, dun, dun. New animal documentary from NBC Universal streaming platform Peacock is exploding the myth that there's a heterosexual male-female Noah's Ark binary order of sexuality. The Queer Planet doc is also exploding heads on the far right for its portrayal of same-sex animal relationships and creatures that transition from one sex to another. Narrated by Andrew Rannells, an actor who starred in Girls and the band played on. The first of its kind nature series is set to explore the rich diversity of animal sexuality, from flamboyant flamingos to pansexual primates, sex-changing clownfish to multi-gendered mushrooms and everything in between. Wait till these niggas hear about seahorses. This documentary, why we try to translate our shit onto these animals is crazy.
Hey, these animals, like, we're animals. Like, we don't care nothing about what y'all doing.
Everybody seen two male dogs hump. Everybody. You ever seen dogs? You seen a fucking man dog be like, I'm humping this man dog. It's just,
it's a hole.
I don't give a fuck, and that's what it is. And at no point was I like, oh man, we gotta pray for Spot. We gotta have a fucking
pray for Spot.
We gotta have a fucking intervention or something. We gotta take him to some type of therapy and convert him. No, you went. It's a fucking dog, man. Don't live by our rules.
No, it does not.
Who the fuck is even thinking like that? It's a dog, man. So yeah, it's coming to Peacock. Speaking of gay animals, I mean, come on, the Peacock. I always assumed they was all gay.
Peacock.
Yeah,
and
I know they say they men, that's how they get the women, but come on, who?
Yeah, and
really. Who you trying to fool with that, Ricky Martin?
All right, and I never knew, but I didn't realize the fellas come from the male, not the female.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Who you trying to fool with that, fam? I know how y'all get down. I can tell. I guess this is the trailer.
Our planet is home to over 11 million species.
The paparazzi really are everywhere.
Everything you were told as a kid is wrong.
Now I'm gonna say I'm a little upset that the music wasn't like Sylvester right away. Like maybe they couldn't afford it for the trailer, but the fact that this shit didn't start with "There's something I wanna ask you."
Wrong.
You make me wanna dance. Gay penguins, bisexual lions, sex-changing clownfish.
This is a queer planet.
Queerness has always existed. It's only in humans that we have such a stigma about it.
The idea of just having two fixed sexes is clearly out of style.
Mother Nature is pretty open-minded. Sex is not just for reproduction.
It's clear that no matter where you look on our planet, nature is full of queer surprises.
To be honest, we should all probably get laid a little more than we do.
You make me feel. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's offensive if you determine to be offended, but I feel like we all knew that animals don't go by the strict gender rules that we try to enforce through religion that we also don't go by.
Most of us don't know.
No, just in general.
Yes,
that we all don't go by.
Yeah, we
know for a fact that
rules.
humans don't do it. I don't know why the fuck y'all thought that. The animals don't have books. They don't read. They have no like. The only thing that's making y'all not be gay in a lot of cases is all the religious strict peer pressure and shit that's happening to you. So yeah, you don't get to be like, well, damn, I can't believe flamingos is gay. No, we'd have way more gay people if we didn't have all this bullshit. They was gay back in the day before religion. You know?
Yeah, they were.
It was less frowned upon to be like super gay. And I was doing a bunch of other wild shit too. But I'm just saying.
They was. Yes, they was.
The default for humanity is wild shit. We the one acting like it's so crazy. Like, we would never. Yes, we would. Social media reacts to Bumble apologizing for his ad campaign that shamed individuals for choosing celibacy. Yeah, so Bumble is obviously a dating app. I believe the hook of their dating app is the one where the women choose the men before there can be any real interaction. I think that's their hook.
Yes.
And so Bumble put, thou shalt not give up on dating and become a nun, introducing the new Bumble, and it's like a woman on there. And I guess they thought, oh, it's cute, you know, we're telling people not to be celibate and all this stuff. And because it's often a common trope and a common joke that people make, I'll just give up, I'm giving up sex, I'm not dating anybody, I'm gonna go be a nun, I'm gonna be, you know, that's, so they thought they were answering a cute joke with a cute joke. That's what I would assume. I don't think they really meant any of this. But they've said to our beloved community, we made a mistake. Our ads referencing celibacy were an attempt to lean into a community frustrated by modern dating, and instead of bringing joy and humor, we unintentionally did the opposite. Some of the perspectives we heard were from those who shared that celibacy is the only answer when reproductive rights are continuously restricted. From others,
like, this is for some people, they're like, hey, me being not intimate is the only way I can guarantee I don't get pregnant and be forced to have a child.
From others, for whom celibacy is a choice, one that we respect, and from the asexual community, for whom celibacy can have a particular meaning and importance, which should not be diminished. We are also aware that for many, celibacy may be brought on by harm or trauma. For years, Bumble has passionately stood up for women in marginalized communities and their right to fully exercise personal choice. We didn't live up to those values with this campaign, and we apologize for the harm it caused. So here's what we're doing. We're removing these ads from our global marketing campaign. Bumble will be making a donation to the National Domestic Violence Hotline, among other organizations, as a part of our ongoing efforts to support the work being done around the world to support women, marginalized communities, and those impacted by abuse. We will also be offering these partners this billboard space to display an ad of their choice for the duration of our reserved billboard time.
Right, because they bought it for a certain period of time, right?
Please keep speaking up and telling us how we can be better. We care about you and will always be here for you with love and sincere appreciation, Bumble. That's a hell of an apology.
That's a great apology.
Yeah. And
it was actions behind it.
The only thing I would add, and they may already have this, so this is not me coming down on them, I just wonder. I would say we're adding a space for asexual and people that want to date but might not want to have sex. We want to put a special category in so that those people can come to our app too. I mean, that's kind of like getting money out of it, but shit, there's obviously a need in the market that y'all were not paying attention to. So I think I would throw that in there too. Diddy, pay attention. That's how you apologize. All right. How long we been going? 1:16. All right. We got time for a little guess the race before we slide on out of here. So let's do some of that race guessing. All right. Karen's been a little too angry and woke this week. Okay, we need to don't apologize. I like it. We need to get her. We need to balance her out with some humor.
Me too well. I was wrong about to.
You really were, and then someone's gonna say he be abusing her. Did you listen to this episode, ma'am?
He was fuzzing her to apologize.
Did you listen to this episode?
And I'm not mad at the people that wrote in.
He picked on her for being mad at them people that wrote in.
Just frustration.
It's okay. It's okay. All the emotions are okay, Karen. Sorry, you didn't do anything crazy to anybody. Everything's fine.
It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race.
All right, guess the race time. Time to go around the globe, find different articles, and guess the race of the people involved. Karen plays along, as well as the chat room. Man, how can I play this one without giving away the race? Oh, I need to put this in a different browser. Hold on 1 second, everybody. I think y'all will be able to hear this. Let me know if y'all can't hear this, but So let me play a little bit first. And chat room, tell me if y'all can hear this.
Like you're an adult. That's the thing. We already agreed. Yeah, she talking to me.
Can y'all hear that?
Did y'all hear that, chat
Hear
room?
that? I know it's gonna take a minute because of the delay.
Yeah.
So if they didn't, then we'll skip it. We can always do something else.
Yes, they say yes.
Okay, all right. Frontier passenger makes entire flight deboard after she refused to comply with exit row instructions and gets arrested.
You mean the one at the emergency door?
The woman allegedly refused to help save anyone in case of an emergency before yelling at flight staff.
Yeah, you got to move from that door. You're the last person I want at that goddamn door.
And now we all got to get off the plane? We all got to get off the plane? How? Why?
Why can't y'all just put that person off the plane?
Just you get off. As a situation, she said she refused to help save anyone in case of emergency and then yelled at the flight staff. Oh, I'm not going to save anybody. If something happens, I'm going to save myself. The woman who filmed the video recalled the passenger saying, as the situation escalated, police entered the aircraft. The entire plane then had to be deboarded while the police officers made arrests. Footage of the end of the video show officers escorting the woman out the plane with all the passengers watched. While all the passengers watched, the incident reportedly happened at Charlotte Douglas up the street. Yeah, I have now to help guess the race. I don't know her name. But I do have a little bit of the video. So
like you're an adult. That's the thing. We already agreed. Yeah, she talking to me. What is the problem? Because she don't want to tell us her name. Okay, well, you don't have to tell me to cut my music down so I can
she's talking about you gonna have to tell me to turn my music down.
What's the problem?
That's her saying, what's the problem?
We ain't got no problem with that. We understand we gotta help people get off the plane and help Betty White if something happens. What's the problem? We agree. You wasting your breath. They gonna take this plane off the ground. That's my damn face.
All right, so Karen, guess the racist woman whose name we don't know.
Oh, this is definitely a black woman.
Okay, Karen says definitely a black woman.
Yeah, but if I was hearing the right person.
Yeah, you were hearing exactly who I told you were hearing.
Yeah, and
I didn't. It's not a trick.
Yeah, and my thing is, they asked you that, and they said if you can't do it, we're gonna have to change your seat. Like, come on now, you ain't want to move either. Like, come on.
The chat room, black women stay getting kicked off planes. Black, someone need to get their damn mama black. Oh, no. Bet on black woman black. Now why am I in it? Black, selfish Negro, spirit black. That's my grandmama black. Oh, no. Sis said nope, me first, fuck them niggas black. The darky door monitor finna go from Gen Pop economy to Gen Pop jail. Miss Smart, always so good and racist. The correct answer is black. Now the video is 5 minutes long, so I can't play the whole thing, but yeah, she was adamant that she was not moving and also not opening that damn door for nobody.
Well, then, yeah. And I'm like, okay, now they're going to have to onboard us, which means we probably going to have to get on another flight.
Right.
Because odds are that plane has to be somewhere else.
Right.
And so we got to wait for whatever the next plane is supposed to come in 15 minutes later, 20, 30 minutes, an hour later now. So now wherever I planned on doing, so if I got a connecting flight, that's a motherfucking wrap now.
Mm-hmm. The next one, world's allegedly tallest man arrested by Iowa police. And it
Who's breaking crimes being the tallest man? The fuck you think you gonna still being the tallest nigga in the room?
I just want to know the whereabouts of J.L. Covan. An intoxicated motorist who was pulled over for driving erratically on an Iowa road provided police with a state ID card that advised the defendant was 8 feet tall. Investigators say that Joel Solorzano Villeda, 33, was behind the wheel of a 2016 Ford Focus that was all over the road.
Ford Focus, probably because his knees was in his chest. God damn, that's a small ass car.
So you think he is 8 feet tall? You think the license is? Karen thinks the license is very accurate.
If he 8 feet tall, how did you get in that bitch? What is you looking in front? You looking from the back of the man with the stoplight back there?
During a subsequent police stop, officers charged Solorzano Villada, showing several signs of intoxication. He had an open can of beer in his car and possessed meth.
Oh!
A portable breath test returned a over the per se limit result, I guess over the 0.08. When asked for identification, gave police a Minnesota ID card. Computer check of the name and the number on ID provided a return of no return, which
return of no return,
which probably came up as a little surprise as they noticed that he was 8 feet tall on the ID. He is actually 5'8". A short king, if you will.
Yeah, a real short king, apparently.
He was arrested on several charges, including narcotics, possession, operating a vehicle while intoxicated, and providing cops with a false ID. Well, that's the ID he uses on his dating program. Am I right, ladies? It's tough out there, ain't it? Additionally, a warrant check showed that he was wanted in another Iowa county for failure to appear in court on an earlier OWI rap, which I guess operating while under the influence. Karen, that's the race of Solorzano Villada, who lives in Little Rock, Iowa.
Hispanic Mexican.
All right, he's currently locked up. Let's check the chat room and see what they believe. JL out here catching more strays than a dog catcher. What? I'm saying, be on the lookout for a tall man. White, Hispanic.
He didn't say he was 8 feet tall.
White, Hispanic. Danny the drunk DeVito, Hispanic. White, Latinx. A lot of people saying white on this. A lot of people saying Latinx. White because of caucasity. I'm gonna do a rare. Give you guys. If you said white or Latin, I'm gonna give it both to you.
Okay.
The real answer is obviously Latino, but I can see him being a bit white passing. If you squint, So it is some caucasity in that ID.
Yes, it is.
8 feet tall, bro. Did you even look at it?
Tall.
Did you even look at it?
That's hilarious.
All right, Karen is 2 for 2, I believe.
Woo!
Time for the bonus round.
I ain't racist. How can I be racist about anybody or anything in my life? How can I?
Call them niggas. Just call them niggas.
It's time to get
gold teeth, gold chain wearing, fried chicken and biscuit eating, monkey ate baboon, big guy, fast running, high jumping, spear chucking, 360-degree basketball.
Cops have identified a man who randomly punched actor Steve Buscemi last week in Midtown Manhattan.
Oh no!
Clifton Williams, 50, is accused of socking the Big Lebowski star in the face as he walked on 3rd Ave near Kips Bay just for 11:50 a.m. Medics took Buscemi to Bellevue Hospital where he was treated for bruising, swelling, and bleeding in his left eye. Buscemi was okay after the attack, according to the actor's publicist. Surveillance photos released by the police show the attacker, who is still being sought. Guess the race of the attacker. Clifton Williams.
White.
Karen's going white. Let's check the chat room. I feel like he just saw Steve Buscemi in a movie and just associated him with the role. Like, this is what I'm going to do when I see Danny Glover in person.
Mister.
I'm be like, I ain't forgot
until you do right by me.
Right. He gonna be like, what did I do? I'm like, you know what you did. Black, white as fuck, black, Clifton, black, Clifton, black. Correct answer is black. Some of you said white and missed it. I guess he's not a Billy Madison fan.
Apparently not.
He's in really good shape for a 50-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a kind of 50-year-old I want punching me in the face. I gotta say.
Ain't that the truth?
If I got to pick, not Clifton. I don't want the smoke breath. I want to know what his thinking was. Like, maybe was he just having a bad day? Was he,
some
was he? Did he feel ripped off because he saw Big Daddy? Like, what happened?
Yeah, he worked with somebody. Like, I mean, ain't like he ain't got no job.
I just feel like cops arrested him and he said, that motherfucker know what he did. And we're just like, I don't know what happened, but
I don't know what you did.
Steve Buscemi did something. All right, sword fight, sword to ratchetness. So at Ratchetness, you know what this is. To go around the globe, find different articles, and let you know about these swords out here. In this case, a man was arrested after grilling meat on a sword over a fire in a shopping cart.
In Santa Monica, a man was captured on video using a sword to roast meat in a shopping cart. The video coming to us from Citizen app. Police say that they got a call about a person with an open flame in a shopping cart on Ocean Boulevard near the pier. Detectives say he was using a sword as a shish kebab to cook meat. The man initially ran from approaching officers, flaming cart in tow, but was eventually taken into custody because he's only facing misdemeanor offenses. Santa Monica police tell us he may be released with a citation.
Oh, they was outside grilling in New York on the side of the street.
Endurance is now offering a...
Sorry. What in the hustle, man, was he doing?
I don't
like,
know.
are you... Because I'm imagining he was taking that to the beach to sell. But like, who the fuck is eating loose meat off a fucking shopping cart fire that was on a sword?
Right, that me.
That just feels like you're asking for just a lot of bad stuff to happen.
Asking for trouble.
Yeah, like I don't like that. That just feel like it's pigeon meat. What kind of fucking meat is it? Soylent Green? What kind of fucking... That shit is probably people or something. Rats.
Right? No, thank you.
Y'all eating rats. Y'all eating ratatouille, but it's just rat. Heavy on the rat, light on the tui. All right, y'all. That's it for today's episode. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you.
We do.
We'll be back with more stuff throughout the week. Got to figure out the schedule and how we're going to record everything. But until next time, I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. Bye, everybody. Talk to you later.